On everyone. I hope I'm getting better reception on this. I'm here at the house again. So I know my last stream I did not get very good reception. Anyway, it's really windy out also. So if you guys can hear a lot of wind noise or whatever, let me know and I will go inside where it's quieter. Just got done hanging up the last of my sheetrock here on the roof of my studio here. So I was taking a break. I'm fixing to get up there and put some insulation on the ceiling since I got my sheetrock done. Going on, how's it going, Alex? I got a little dead cat, what they call it. It's like a wind muffle over my speaker, so I'm having a hard time seeing the comments there. How's it going, Flooring? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Had a guy message me the other day. He said, I seen one of your videos where you was talking about the carpet stores texting you all the time and stuff like that, and talking about just taking stuff from the carpet store as far as what some people would consider mistreatment or taken advantage of or something like that. And I just wanted to put my 2 cents into it. You guys, sorry about that, had a little thing pop up there. Seen videos of mine where I've talked about the carpet store trying to run over you and all that kind of stuff like that. I want to make myself clear, by no means do I think a person should quit their job because a carpet store does it wrong, okay? Character is the most important thing that a person can earn in this world, and it's not a handed out thing. It has to be earned, and the way you earn character is by going through hardships and testings and stuff like that in your life. So if you can't, and also if you're going through a hard time in your life and you're just griping and complaining about it the whole time, it's not really benefiting you anything. What's going to make you a bigger and better person is if you can go through those hard times and not get upset about it and just say, well, okay, it's just another day. Let's just do this and get through it. So by all means, if the carpet store that you're working for instance, he said the guy was texting him all the time at work and stuff like that. That's okay to an extent, okay? But I mean, that's referring to the video I did just here recently. You know, you got to absolutely take up for yourself. There's not many snowflakes in our game. Yeah. You definitely can't just let people run over you. By no means. I don't want to promote that. I don't want to promote people being mistreated in the game, or I don't even like saying game. Sorry about that. In the industry, I don't like to see people being mistreated or taken advantage of, because I have had that share in my life just a little while, and that's why I can. Again, this is coming from experience. When I was in Tucson, the first place that I started working for was, you guys know, I was subbing from a company that was subbing from Lowe's. Oh, okay, gotcha. The guy was messing me over. You know, he was sticking it to me every little chance he got, and it just drove me nuts. I was like mad at him all the time. Me and him had go round after go round after go round for, I don't know, probably about a year as I was working for him there. I mean, I said stuff about his old lady and everything about his wife. It got ugly several times between us. And when it came to that point where I was like, okay, well, you know, the man is sticking it to me. Every single job I go out on, he's sticking it to me. He's not going to change. I'm in this situation. There's no sense in having it dreaded every single day. So I had a little mental attitude adjustment, a little mental attitude change. And once I changed my perspective, they can only walk on you if you are laying down. There you go. That was a good saying there. Once my mental perspective on the situation changed, and I just realized, you know, everybody is their own individual, okay? Everybody's brought up different. Everybody has had different past. Everybody's had their own childhood, their own upbringing, and everything like that. So everybody is their own individual character, their own person, okay? And I highly respect that. And that's what you can get. If they do it once, they'll do it over and over. Well, I kind of agree with that, and then I kind of don't, because you can be good to someone that's messing you over, and if you keep being good to them, a lot of times eventually they're going to see that you're being good to them, and they're going to feel a little remorse, and they're going to try to straighten that stuff out. So, however, this guy just kept on, and I eventually quit. But anyway, as I was getting to that, I was stuck in the situation. I couldn't find no other work. I never stopped looking for work the whole time I was there. Going through that situation, I was looking for work for about a year and a half, even though I started working in Tucson 2 weeks after I got there. After about a year and a half of dealing with him, like I said, about a year, probably longer than that, because it wasn't very long after I had a perspective change on the whole situation. I got to thinking about his situation. He may have been brought up like this. He may not even think it's bad that what he is doing, you know what I'm saying? Sending me an hour or down to Nogales and stuff like that, which is 45 minutes away and stuff, to do $50 minimums, okay? He's a businessman. There might not have been nothing wrong with that in his eyes, okay? So when you start taking the other person's perspective into your perspective and maybe get a little insight on where they're coming from or how they're seeing stuff, or maybe they just don't know no better, or maybe they don't even think it's wrong, then you can get over the hardships that you're going through and say, okay, well, this guy don't even know any better, and here I am getting all bent out of shape over something that he's doing, and he don't even, he thinks it's okay. All right, have a good one, Alex. Thanks for joining, buddy. Snap, I lost my thought right there. Sorry about that. Yeah, as long as that guy was able to, and he knew it. We have $125 minimum still not off. Yeah, I believe that. I was at like 130 or 135. It just depended in Tucson what I would get for minimums. I don't even know what they are here, or even if they have one. Honestly, I don't even know. But as long as that guy was making me mad, making me miserable every day, and that was my own fault because the way I was seeing stuff, because of my own perspective, it was my own fault, okay? Yeah, he was doing me wrong, but again, from his eyes, was he doing me wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody's their own person, so as long as I was letting that gentleman make me mad and make me miserable every day, that guy had power over me, okay? I had to finally just say, okay, this guy's a different individual. He's not me. Maybe, like I said, in his eyes, he's not doing anything wrong, okay? I just need to get over him sticking it to me every single day and just appreciate the fact that I have work anyway, okay? And once I got over that and was able to go ahead and just do my jobs and do them to the best of my ability, no matter what. It didn't matter if I was making $50 or $500. If I was doing the job the best that I could, I was still getting my own self-satisfaction out of the jobs that I was doing, even though this guy was, like I said, only paying me $50 to go do this job. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot happier with work because I wasn't miserable every day, okay? I wasn't miserable. I wasn't sitting there going on because this guy was sticking it to me every single day. My life became a lot more pleasant. I became a lot more pleasant because I wasn't mad. I wasn't aggravated every single day. Work went better. My home life got better. Everything got better. My relationship with the people at the carpet store and at the business there, everything got better, okay? So as soon as I was able to get over that hump right there of being aggravated and mad at that guy every single day because he was sticking it to me, everything got better. And then a door opened up to me for the best carpet store I've ever worked for in my life, which you guys seen. That's where I started my YouTube channel at, was at Bobby Joe's Rug Works, okay? But now listen to this. That did not happen. Those doors did not open whatsoever, okay? Now mind you, I was going to Bobby Joe's once every 1 or 2 weeks, almost every time I would drive by there, I would stop in there and say, hey, you guys need some help, okay? You guys have probably heard this a million times. And they'd say, no, we've had our same installers for 15 or 20 years. I like their pay spread. The first time when I first moved to Tucson, when I went face to face and to all the carpet stores there in Tucson, I got a price spread of what they paid and stuff like that. I really like the fact that Bobby Joe's was a family-owned business. I like their pay spread and all that stuff. So that's the one that I continued and continued and continued and continued to pursue, because that was the carpet store that I worked for. I didn't really go out to all the other stores repeatedly like I did Bobby Joe's, okay? So as soon as I got over that hump and decided everything is pretty much in my own hands, okay? My attitude, the way I was handling the jobs and everything like that, just always keep your eye on the target. Never, ever drift downstream, always upstream. Good point. That was really nice. Yeah, as soon as I was able to get over that hump and get just like he just said, that was really good. I got this big furry thing on my microphone to block the wind, so I couldn't see who it was there. Thank you, Florian. I appreciate that. Everything changed, okay? Like I said, my attitude, my happiness, my work life, my home life, everything changed. And then all of a sudden, boom, the door opened up for Bobby Joe's Rug Works, and I was there until I moved back here to Tennessee. And that really wasn't even like working for them, because I didn't get paid from them whatsoever. I got paid by the customers. Looking for the last game. How you doing, Rick? Thanks for joining, buddy. Yeah, the carpet store didn't pay me or anything like that. I got paid from the customers at the end of each job. That carpet store specifically sold carpet, and that was it. They didn't even, well, they would schedule me work and stuff like that. They would just refer a customer to who they thought would do the best for that job. And obviously they wanted to send out their best installers, which they didn't have installers. They wanted to refer the best people. That way they could keep them coming back. You know how it is. But anyway, they would refer someone to them, and they'd say, okay, and then they would put that on the schedule. So, but again, they didn't pay me. The customer paid me every single day. So technically, I was not working for Bobby Joe's. I was just contracting. That's how it should be right there. The carpet store should just make their money selling carpet. But anyway, I got off topic there. Yeah, so holding the grudges, letting stuff like that get to you, bringing your life down, bringing your work life down all the time. Your happiness, your work life, your everything about yourself is completely in your hands, okay? It don't matter what someone else is doing out here. It don't matter if the carpet store is sticking it to you every single day. You can take control of that right here and right here, okay? You don't have to let them have power over you. And like I said at the very beginning of the video, going through those things, okay? Now this is very important right here. I hope you guys get this. This is very important. The very beginning of this video, I stated it builds character to go through that stuff, okay? Now check this out. I dealt with that man over there for about a year and a half right there at, anyway, I don't want to name him because I've talked bad about that place in several of my videos, so I don't want to call no names. But anyway, I dealt with him for about a year and a half, and it changed me, okay? It built some character because, like I said, I got over that hump of being aggravated all the time at him and stuff like that, and it built up some really good character. And then the door opened for Bobby Joe's, and I went there, and everything was awesome, okay? But, now check this out. Had I went to Bobby Joe's with that same character that I had when I first moved to Tucson before, or the character that I had when I got to that first carpet store, Bobby Joe's would not have worked for me, okay? I was not a pleasant guy to be around. I was aggravated all the way around because it was a change. I moved from Tennessee to Tucson. Everything was on concrete. There was hardly nothing, literally nothing was on a wood subfloor. That aggravated me to death, okay? So I was just an aggravated installer all the way around there for a long time. So, again, if I had went straight to Bobby Joe's and got on there, they would have right off let me go. So the testing and the everything that I went through on that first job definitely led up to a good job and a better job because it did build some character up in me, okay? So, problem with most carpet stores, they want to be subcontractors but want you to treat them like you're an employee. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. You're exactly right. I've had that one particular store, which eventually, after I got over that fact, me and that guy became really good friends. I don't hold a single grudge against him whatsoever. And then the carpet store that I first got with when I moved back here, I had a problem right there. But I don't hold no grudges against them either. So forgiveness is free, and it only makes you feel better. So it don't hurt the other person whatsoever if you hold a grudge against them. It only hurts yourself. So do yourself a favor and let that stuff go and get over it and get on with your life. Okay, that'll definitely help you out. Forgive that guy that done you wrong and get on with your life. Okay, it's not for them, it's for you. Grudges only hurt yourself. If you're holding a grudge against someone, that's like drinking the poison and waiting on them to die. It's not going to happen. It only hurts yourself. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to preach like that, but anyway. You can do that to a certain extent. Now, a person can only take so much of somebody doing them wrong, and then they do have to move on, okay? I'm not saying bow down and bend over. Sean Mailer, they want to keep part of the money you earn. Maybe their money and they own the product. Preach, brother. Yeah, I know. They do that. The carpet store I'm at, I went to him here just the other day, and again, this guy's a really good guy. He's straightforward with me. That's good. He makes 10 cents square foot off the carpet. He charges 55 cents a foot. He pays me 45 cents a foot. On the LVP, he makes 25 cents a foot more than I do. So he's got all the headache. He does all the measuring. My eyes, I don't see nothing wrong with that, okay? If I was going out and bidding my own, if I was going out selling my own jobs, bidding my own jobs, running around doing all the measuring and stuff like that, and then just using him as a carpet supplier, then yeah, that would be wrong. But he's got all the headache of running around, bidding the jobs, measuring the jobs, talking to the customers, lining everything up, okay? He can make 10 cents off of me. I don't care. He can make 25 cents off my LVP. I don't care. That's more than worth that. That's just my opinion, okay? So I don't. Now, if they're reaming you, if they're like doubling the money, like if he was paying me $2 a yard and he was charging $4 a yard or something like that, yeah, that's a little bit more dramatic. You definitely need something done about that. But 10 cents a square foot on carpet and 25 cents a foot on LVP, I can't complain about that. It's all about mutual beneficial interaction. There you go. There you go. There's been some really good comments on this. I'm glad you guys are interacting because this is awesome. I like to hear you guys' feedback on that. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Just came 10. Okay. I don't really know what else to say. I just got a sense for what? Sense for carpet. He charges 45 cents a foot. He pays me 45 cents a foot. He charges the customer 55 cents a foot. I said that is by all means okay because, like I said, he's going around doing all the running around, measuring, bidding, and everything else. So I don't mind paying 10 cents a square foot for someone to do that for me. So the carpet store, we was talking about the carpet store, how much carpet stores make off of our installation, and is it okay or is it not okay? My eyes, if it's a reasonable amount, it's by all means okay because it saves a lot of headache on our part right here as an installer, okay? We stay busy, or I'm sure you guys do too. We stay busy. All we want to do plus some, okay? So if I had to run around and measure my own jobs, yeah, sometime maybe that might happen. I don't know, but I would get a lot less work done. Yeah, I would make more money per job, but I would get a lot less jobs. So it just depends. You know what I'm saying? If you want to work for yourself and be completely independent, you got to handle all that stuff. Me, I've never really liked going around riding and measuring, bidding. That's why I always have been with the carpet store. Like I said, that might change in the future. I don't know. We'll just have to see what the future holds. I don't never say no, whatever is never going to happen. What's the average hourly rate per job? I have never seen anybody pay by the hour on carpet unless they're paying their help. Are you a salesman? No, I'm not a salesman. I'm an installer. I do time to time sell my jobs, and what the gentleman has done here, which I think is fair, I went and bid a job and sold it for him. He gave me 10% of his bottom rate margin, okay? So he made $1,500 on the job. He gave me $150. That's what he gave me for going out and measuring and selling that job, which, I mean, it ain't like I'm walking around with a briefcase and crap like that. I just went in my work clothes and measured the job, and the lady bought it. So I got $150 for going out and doing that measure, basically, and I'm okay with that too. So Ben, not expecting this. I don't want to get into it too much, but not expecting too much. Okay, if you feel like the world owes you everything and everything should be given to you, everybody that you come in contact with, the carpet store, everybody, if you feel like they owe you everything and you're never getting enough of anything that you're dealing with, you're going to be a sad and miserable individual, okay? Be happy with what you get. Happiness does not have anything to do with how much material stuff you got. Happiness is being content with happiness has been content with what you have already, okay? If you can have tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff, you can have 5 brand new cars in your driveway, big 3-story house, 5,000 square feet and all that stuff like that, still go through divorces, still go through all this miserable parts of life and stuff like that. Everybody does. I mean, just look at Hollywood. Look at how many people, look at how many people commit suicide and are millionaires and billionaires and stuff like that, okay? Money ain't happiness, okay? So it don't really matter how much money you make. If you're poor or if you're rich, you can still be happy. It's all in your own perspective, okay? So just be happy with what you got. Don't expect everybody. Don't be out to get as much as you can from every single individual, okay? You're not out to get rich off of every single job, okay? Cut a little slack on this one. You'll get a little extra on that one. Everything comes back to you, okay? So I don't know how I got way off on all of this, but I was talking about how much should you take from the carpet store? How much nonsense? Well, this guy that I work for runs around like a madman because he's short on help all the time. But he is a really prosperous. Have a good weekend. Need to get back to work. Okay, thanks for joining, Florian. He's like one of the oldest carpet stores here in town, and he is the son of the business. The dad is no longer running it, but he's done really good for himself. He's done really good for the company, but he runs around like a chicken with his head cut off. He's scatterbrained because he's just got too much going on. I don't know what I'm doing from one job to the next. I don't have no schedule drawn out or anything like that. I try at least to lay out the job, saves me money on Seam Tech. Yeah, they don't mind that whatsoever. If I want to switch to work, I work to live. I don't live to work. Okay. Yep. There you go. That's good. I've heard that one before. That's a good one too. However, I hope if you're doing this for the long haul, I hope that you really like your job. Okay. If you're not, it's not. You got to be happy with what you're doing in life, or you're just going to be miserable. Okay. I would hate to have to wake up every morning and go to a job that I hated. It wouldn't be good. Anyway, I have rambled on way too long. Like I said, I was taking a break. I got my ceilings, all my sheetrock is done. In my studio, there's a lot of work out in your area, and it is as big as London. Yeah, the carpet store I'm at right now currently has over 120 jobs that needs to be scheduled. So, and we are in a little town that's like, I don't know, maybe 12,000 people. So, we're covered up. I'm fortunate to always be covered up anywhere I've ever been at any point in time of my life. I've always had plenty of work. So, are you answering other questions about flooring right now? Do you want to take? Okay, that's okay. Go ahead and shoot, buddy. I was fixing to get off here and get back to work, but that's okay. Go ahead and shoot. I'm fine with that. What you got on your mind there? Again, I got this big dead cat fuzzy thing on my microphone here because it's windy, so I can't hardly see who is saying what. It's over here on the side. And I hope it's blocking the wind some. If you got a question, go ahead, buddy. That's just fine. I'll answer it to the best that I can, okay? I don't know who said that, but if you want to ask a question, by all means, go for it. Or I will just take off. Anybody? Someone just asked me if I was taking questions. I am, definitely. If you want, that will by all means be okay. Does it get cold in the winter? Yeah, it does. It's kind of cool right now. Good morning. What would you lay down as an underlayment in a bathroom? Sorry for the random questions, but I've seen other videos that how to do that. In an underlayment for, what are you installing? Are you installing vinyl or what? Because I've used, I know a lot of people don't like this, but Lowe's has, and what screws and thickness is the plywood? Yeah, there you go. Good questions there. Lowe's sells an underlayment. It's actually a Luan. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but it is a super slick surface, and I have used it for, I don't use it now because the carpet store that I'm working at supplies the underlayment, but I used it the whole time I was in Tucson, and I only had a couple small issues out of it in 8 years. What did you leave Nashville to go to Arizona? Was the work not good? Nashville, or I thought you said you were from Tennessee. Yeah, I am from Tennessee, and I'm actually not in Nashville. I'm about 60 miles, 45 miles or so from Nashville, southeast of Nashville, in a little town called Manchester, Vinyl Towel. Okay, yeah, I would put an underlayment down. Revolution ply from Lowe's. I was going to grout it as well. A Revolution ply from Lowe's. I have a video. I actually have a video called "What is the best underlayment?" I think that's the name of it. It's the stuff that I used in my house right there, and I've used it, like I said, for 8 years, and I've only had 1 or 2 minor issues with it. And I've tried a wide variety. Once I had issues with it, I started trying different stuff, and I was having the same issues with those. So it's your best, cheapest, and slickest. I promise you, you won't get no slicker surface than that if you do it right. Okay, I got multiple videos out on how to prep your floor for stuff like that. So that Revolution ply, and I used a 3/4 inch staple and a Boss Stitch staple gun with a 1/4 inch crown. Let me see if I can find a box of those staples to show you real quick. Anyway, they are the Boss Stitch staples. 3/4 inch. You should never, on your underlayment, you should never get your staples long enough to where they go all the way through your subfloor, okay? They lose strength like that. When you shoot your staples in your underlayment, they should be completely buried in your subfloor. They should not penetrate the bottom of your subfloor, okay? So I always will use a 3/4 inch staple, okay? Not a 1.5 inch or anything like that, because you don't want your staples to protrude out the bottom of your subfloor, okay? So that is that's pretty important, because if it goes all the way through the bottom, then it ain't really got no grab on nothing. So use a shorter staple. Some people say 3/4, that's not giving much. Well, by the time it countersinks in the underlayment, you know, 1/8 of an inch or whatever like that, you're 5/8 of an inch in your subfloor. That's plenty good enough if you shoot them as random as you need to. About every 1.5 inch or 2 inches on your seams, and every 4 inches throughout the center of your underlayment. You're not going to have a problem, I promise you. Somebody said, why did I move out west earlier? There was just circumstances in my life where I was ready to get out of Tennessee and make a difference in my life. I was not a very pleasant guy at the time, and the best way to do that, will us ever go metric? I don't know. The best way to change is to get away from everybody. This is a small little town, okay? Everybody knows everybody, and I was wanting to change my life, change the way I was living and everything like that. So the best way to do that is to get away from everybody that you associate with and start over. So I went out west where I didn't know anybody, but I had one brother that lived in Tucson as well. I didn't know anybody but him, and I left all of my old friends, all of my old partying buddies and everything like that, and I went out there and started my life over, and now I am a completely different person than I was when I went out there. So it was definitely a good move, and I am so thankful for that move. Any other questions before I get back to work here? But thank you, I appreciate that very much, and I hope that was a good enough answer for you, because that's exactly what do you ever use metric? I mix between imperial and metric. No, I don't ever use metric. I always use just regular, I don't even know what you call it, you guys. I'm sorry. I only went through elementary school, okay? I'm not real smart when it comes to all that kind of stuff. I only know how to work, and that's just a little bit. I'm not even real smart about that. But as far as knowing a bunch of scientific stuff, you might say metric, scientific, nah. But anyway, honestly, I'm not real smart when it comes to a lot of that stuff because I only went through the 6th grade, okay? That's all the education I got. And after that, I failed 5th grade, and then I went back. So I was a year behind there. And then when I went through 6th grade, and I actually went to 7th grade for 1 6 weeks period, and I stopped. I dropped out of school, and I started installing floor covering, and here I am, 42, still doing it. So that is what my life has consisted of. So y'all forgive me if I don't know big words and all that kind of stuff, okay? Or, technical stuff like that. I just know how to work, and that's all. And not really even the best at that by no means. I don't even, these YouTube videos and stuff like that, I only learn it as I go, okay? I'm by no means a computer geek or nothing like that. Every new thing that you see me do to improve videos and stuff like that, I learn it as I go, okay? I don't know anything that I don't put out here as far as my videos go like that. So if you see me do something new or something whatever on a video, it's because I just learned it. Imperial is what we call foot in inches. Okay, we use imperial all the time. I never use metric. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I like learning stuff, but I just hate to read. It takes me forever to read because, like I said, I only went through the 6th grade. But I can sit down and watch instructional videos all day long. You know a lot, brother. Don't undersell yourself. Well, I just worked my whole life, so I know what I know from experience, and that's what I try to share with you guys, just life experiences and stuff that will help you guys out and the younger generation to be better people, to be better installers, and to be, just better all the way around. I try to anyway. That's the goal of the whole channel, is just to help people, okay? I really appreciate all of you guys' super chats. Anybody else have any questions or anything like that? Looks like nothing beats work ethic. Yeah, I agree with that, and I think this is just my opinion, okay? I'm not promoting ignorance by no means, but I think a trade is a lot more valuable and a lot better than a college degree by all means, okay? There are tons of college people out there that is jobless, looking for work and stuff like that. If you have a trade, you can move anywhere in the world you want to and go to work because there's only so many office jobs in the world, and everybody wants them, okay? Nobody wants to do the hard work. So if you have a trade, you're always going to be able to go anywhere you want and work, period. Hard to find good work ethic these days. You're exactly right on that. I completely agree on that. It is very hard. I would have to really sit and think about how many different individuals that I've had working for me throughout my career. It's a lot. Heading out to work on the bathroom. See ya. All right. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you tuning in, okay? If anybody else don't have any more questions, I have rambled on long enough. I'm going to get up and see this insulation behind me. I am fixing to take that and put it on the roof. Right up there. I'll turn around here if you guys want to get a little peek of this. I ain't by no means my pro at my sheetrocking, so it looks pretty rough. See if I can flip this around here. So I gotta also, while I'm up there, keep up the good work, brother, about the start the LVP installation next weekend. All right, cool, thank you. Personally, know a lot of successful people that's dropped out. Yeah, I agree with that. There is a lot of successful people that's dropped out. So anyway, I got to get up top and drop my wires down for my lights. I might be able to get them brought in today and pack the roof with insulation. And there's just a little section on that back wall right over there that I have to pack with insulation. I got a board. I had right here is awful. I had a bowed 2x in my sheetrock. I'm debating to pull that out, pull my screws out, go around back and cut that 2x4 out and put a straight one in there because it is like horribly bowed. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, look at that. It's driving me nuts. I'll probably end up doing that. I don't know if I'll do it today or not, but it definitely needs to be addressed. It's the one, I got wire running through that too. I just got on, though I can't leave yet. I hear you. Let me turn this back around. Okay, there we go. Well, if there's not any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and get up on the roof here of my building and get this insulation done. I got something. My brother, his wife's mom and dad are having a 50th anniversary today, so at 4 o'clock I will be tied up doing that all afternoon. We're going to have an anniversary party for my sister-in-law's folks, so I'll be doing that this afternoon, and I am trying to get this done. I bought a mini split. My mini split unit is for heat and air. I'll rewind and watch the video. Take care, man. All right, cool. Thank you. What's your favorite takeaway? I'm not sure what you mean by that there, buddy. So I got a mini split unit for my heat and air. I'm going to hang up probably right there in that back corner. That's going to heat and cool it because I'm trying my best to get this done before December. And I don't know if you guys seen my little 4-minute video I did this morning. I posted it this morning. The x-ray that was shown in that video was my hand, and it is going to be operated on January 2nd. I'm going to have surgery on my hand, and they're going to take out a bunch of busted up bones that was, like I said, when I was younger, drinking and partying and stuff like that. I broke my hand a couple times, and I never went and had it fixed. I just dealt with it. And here recently, I was doing a tear out job where I was tearing out some not VCT, but ceramic tile and hardwood, glue down hardwood, and I really messed my hand up again using that big ramming bar. So tired of dealing with it. So January 2nd, after the New Year's, I'm going to go and have surgery on it, have all those broken arthritic bones took out, and then fuse my wrist back to my arm, I guess is what you'd say. How's it going, Phantom Carpets? Thanks for joining, buddy. Appreciate it, and I really appreciate you guys. See Phantom Carpets right there that just commented. You should go check out his video. That guy does some absolutely, not video, but his channel, and it is called Phantom Carpets there. The guy does some absolutely amazing work. They're not necessarily instructional videos or tutorials or anything like that. They're just pretty much for enjoyment, which you can definitely learn from watching, because I've learned a couple things from him just from watching. But they're like time-lapse videos, and he does really, really good work, and they're really interesting to watch. And anybody that likes their job and likes their trade likes to see stuff about it, and the guy does really good quality work. So y'all go check out his channel if you haven't already. Phantom Carpets. That's with a F and a K. Phantom with a F, Carpets with a K. Anyway, I'm about to get off here, okay? Get up there and put some insulation in that. Thank you guys again. Thank you. They are pure entertainment value. Yeah, well, they are that because I like them, okay? I watch them all. I hope you continue to make them because I really enjoy them. You guys do excellent work up there where you're at, and I really appreciate to see someone do good work. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people that like to see people do good work. I remember the Funky Phantom when I was a kid. Oh, man. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Again, thanks for all your super chats and stuff like that. I'm going to get out. Until next time, FBSB is out.